Good morning everybody. I am here again to explain you super profit method. In the last video we have done up till super profit method, but I am explaining you again. Okay, so what is super profit method? Goodwill is calculated on the basis of super profit, that is the excess of actual profit over the average profit. Actual profit is what and average profit is what. Okay, that I have explained you before also. Whatever the actual profit is there, which we have to minus it from the actual average profit, you will get the super profit. Super profit is excess of the profit which we earn in the given year. For example, suppose we have sold, as I have explained you that if we have sold 20 units in 1 year, right? And in the next year, the next year we have sold 25 unit. Okay, so that 5 unit is extra in that year, so that 5 unit is considered as a super profit. When you are taking out the average, that thing is known as a super profit. So actual profit minus average profit, that is known as a super profit. So for calculating goodwill, super profit are multiplied by the number of year purchase. See, this super profit is multiplied by number of year purchase. That means you will get the goodwill. The super profit is equal to actual profit minus normal profit. Whatever the normal profit is there, we have to minus it by the actual profit. And the normal profit is equal to, how to find out normal profit? Capital employed. Invested means what? Capital employed multiplied by normal rate of return. Normal rate of return is always given in your question, beta. So it should be divided by 100 because it is given in percentage. You will get the normal profit, and that normal profit should be subtracted from the actual profit to get the super profit. And super profit, when multiplied by number of year purchase, you will get the goodwill. So this is way to find out the super profit method, the goodwill, right? Now next we will go with the another slide. So how to find out the capital employed? I told you that capital employed we have to find it out, right? So capital employed कैसे find out करेंगे? ठीक है, तो capital employed we can find out with the two method, that is shareholder fund approaches and the long term fund approach. The shareholder fund approach, that is asset side approach and liability side approach, and the long term fund approach, that is asset side approach and liability side approach. So we will do this too, the asset side approach and the liability side approach, that is the long term fund approaches, which considered long term debt as a capital employed. Okay, so what is a long term debt? It is all, when you say the asset side approach, when you say this asset side approach, that means what? When all the asset, that asset, total asset in the balance sheet is considered. And when you say the liability side approach, where the total liability side of that is considered. Let us take the example as well as the formula. See, long term fund approach, right? Now long term fund approach, that is an asset side approach. Here asset side approach means what? Asset side means balance sheet, in balance sheet, asset side when you are writing. So what we are writing first? Fixed asset. Whichever the fixed assets are there, the total fixed asset, it can be land and building, it can be machinery, it can be any of the asset, fixed asset. You have building, whatever is there, you have to add it over here. So we have to add over here, plus trading investment. Whatever is the investment which we have done in the business is known as a trading investment, right? And add a current asset, whatever the current assets are there, debtors are there, bills receivable is there, whatever is there, cash equivalents are there, these are considered as, bank is there, bank balance is there, that are considered as the what? Asset side. All the fixed asset and as well as current asset, we have to add it, and then we have to do the total over here, right? Then we have to subtract the current liability from this. Whatever the current liability is there, only current liability. Current liability का मतलब क्या होता है? Creditors आता है, bills payable आता है, ठीक है? So that we have to subtract it from this, right? You will get what? Capital employed, my dear. You will get capital employed when you are adding fixed assets, all the fixed assets, you are adding trade investment, you are adding current asset, and then subtracting from current liability you will get the capital employed. बेटा इसके अंदर नॉन करंट इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं इंक्लूड होता है, इसमें नॉन करंट इन्वेस्टमेंट और फिक्टिशियस एसेट्स नहीं इंक्लूड होता है, राइट. सो यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड दैट ऑल एसेट एक्सेप्ट गुडविल, नॉन ट्रेड इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड फिक्टिशियस एसेट हमें उसको इंक्लूड नहीं करना होता है. और फिर हम जब माइनस करते हैं अदर आउटसाइड लाइबिलिटी से, और यू कैन से द करंट लाइबिलिटी, you will get, my dear student, capital employed. This is known as a asset side approach, right. Now let us go with the next slide, and that is nothing but the liability side approach. Now liability side approach, how to do this? See, I am explaining you. Liability side approach means what you have in the liability side. सबसे पहले क्या होता है? Equity share capital, equity share capital as well as preference share capital. Then we have reserves and surplus. Reserves means what? General reserve, whatever is reserves are there, premium reserves are there, then security premium reserves are there, whatever the reserves are there we have to add it over here. Surplus का मतलब होता है profit, profit उधर add करेंगे. Long term debts, whatever long term debts are there, like long term loan, long term like debenture is considered as a long term debts, right. ये सब कुछ इसमें इंक्लूड होता है. All this thing we have to add it, okay. We have to do the total over here, this total we have to do over here. Then we have to subtract it non-trade investment, we have to subtract it what? Non-trade investment over here. Then we have to subtract again one thing more, that is fictitious asset, I have not written over here. Miscellaneous expenses not written off, okay. We have to subtract miscellaneous expenses which is not written off. Then note, non-trade investment should not be the part of the capital employed, non-cooperating that I have told you that non-trade investment should be outside the business investment, so we don't have to include in the capital employed, right. Now when you are doing all this thing, when you are adding all the equity share capital, all the preference share, reserves and surplus, long term debts, and we are subtracting non term reserve, then we are subtracting fictitious asset, then you will get minus goodwill also. When we are subtracting, you will get what? You will get capital employed, okay. So this is about how to find out this liability side approach. I am explaining you again, beta. Liability side approach means capital includes equity share capital plus preference share capital plus reserve and surplus minus non-trade investment minus fictitious asset minus goodwill. You will get capital employed, right. So anyone you can do it. If it is asked both the thing you have to do, the answer should come same. ये दोनों का आंसर सेम ही आना चाहिए, कोई भी सम हो. अगर अलग आएगा दैट मीन्स आपका सम गलत है, आपने सम गलत किया है, राइट. नाउ लेट अस गो विद द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Here I have given you one example. See, if the normal rate of return in a particular type of business is 20% and your investment in the business is rupees 10 lakh, then your normal profit should be rupees 2 lakh. But if you earn a net profit of rupees 2 lakh 30,000, right, so minus we have to do over here. See, I have minus it over here. 2 lakh 30,000 minus 2 lakh, that is 30,000 is what? Super profit. 30,000 is what? Super profit, right. Now super profit, when you are multiplying with this NRR, that is nothing but here it is given to you normal rate of return, you will get the goodwill. Let us see this. Let us solve the example. Now capitalization method. ठीक है, I have explained you how to get the super profit. ठीक है, now let us do the capitalization method. Capitalization method consists of two type of method, that is average profit method and super profit method. Capitalization of average profit method and capitalization of super profit method, okay. So what is capitalization of average profit method? See, capitalization of average profit method, it means under this method we calculate the average profit and then asset the capital needed for earning such average profit on the basis of the normal rate of return. Such a capital is called the capitalization value of the average profit method. Let us explain in deep beta so that you can understand this. See, first of all, what we have to do here? First, we have to find out average profit, normal profit earn. Average normal profit earn means how to find it out. Suppose, for example, here 2 years profit is given or 3 years profit is given. We have to take out the average profit of this, or otherwise the average normal profit is given to you, right? So we have to take out that profit, and then afterwards we have to use the formula that capitalized value of the business is equal to average profit multiplied by 100 upon NRR. Okay, then you have to find out the answer, and that is what? Capitalized value of the business. After finding out the capitalized value of the business, we have to find out what? Goodwill, and that is what we have to minus capitalized value minus net asset of the business. You will get the value of goodwill. See, let us go with the next slide so that you can understand this method properly. See how to do this. Capitalization of average profit method. Goodwill is equal to capitalized value of firm. Capitalized value of firm minus net asset. What is net asset and what is capitalized value of the firm? So capitalized value is equal to average profit. You know what is average profit? Average profit divided by normal rate of return multiplied by 100. Right? When you are finding out this, you will get what? Capitalized value beta. Now after finding out this, we have to find out the net asset. अब net asset कैसे find out करेंगे? Because हमें ये net asset ऊपर चाहिए. We want this net asset over here, right? So how to find out the net asset? Total asset, whatever the total assets are there in the asset side of the balance sheet, that asset minus external liability, that is what? Current liability, that is creditor. It can be a creditor, that can be a bill payable, that we have to subtract. You will get the net asset, that you have to subtract it from what? Capitalized value. इसके वैल्यू से इसकी वैल्यू नेट एसेट की वैल्यू माइनस करेंगे, you will get the goodwill amount beta. Okay, now let us go further. See, I have given one example over here. The capitalized value of the average profit method. Example, a firm earns rupees 65,000 at its average profit. Your average profit is given to you. See, this is an average profit given to you. The usual rate of return earn is 10%. That is what? NRR. Okay. Now the total asset of the firm amounted to rupees this much and the liability is rupees this much. Okay. Now average profit is given to you, NRR is given to you. You have to find out your what? Capitalized value from this, and then what? Net asset we have to find out. So net asset we have to subtract this value, and this value means 6,80,000 and 1,80,000. You will get the 5 lakh, and that should be subtracted from the normal rate of return. Means capitalized value. You will get the answer. Okay. Now let us look the next line. See, the example, whatever the question is given, the answer is over here. Total capitalized value is equal to 65,000 multiplied by 10, multiplied by 10, multiplied by 100 divided by 10, right? So this means 65 multiplied by 100 divided by 10. So what you will get? We have to subtract like this. We have to deduct like this way. It is what? 6,50,000. 6,50,000 we have got. Right. Now net asset is equal to total asset minus outside liability. So I have subtracted this. We have got 5 lakh. Now goodwill is equal to total capitalized value minus net asset. So 6,50,000 minus 5 lakh, you will get 1,50,000 as the goodwill value, goodwill of the firm. That is nothing but your capitalization of the average profit method. Right, kids? I do that you have understood whatever I am explaining you up till now. Now let us go with the next slide. See now, capitalization of the super profit method. This is the last method which you have to learn for in the goodwill. Now how to capitalize in the super profit method? We calculate the super profit and calculate the capital needed for earning such super profit on the basis of the normal rate of return. First of all, we have to calculate what is super profit. Super profit कैसे आता है बेटा? एवरेज प्रॉफिट माइनस नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट, ये तो पता है ना, ठीक है. सुपर प्रॉफिट इज इक्वल टू एस पी इज इक्वल टू वॉट? ए पी माइनस एन पी. That is what? Average actual profit minus normal profit. That is what? Super profit, right? And then we have to calculate it. So goodwill is equal to super profit multiplied by 100 divided by NRR. Okay, the same way as we have done. Now let us go with the next slide. How to solve this sum. See, capitalization of the super profit method. Verma brothers earn a profit of rupees 90,000 with a capital of rupees 4 lakh. The normal rate of return in the business is 15%. So here it is given to you the earned profit of 90,000 and with the capital of rupees 4 lakh, and the normal rate of return is what? 15%, right? So let us go further to solve this example. See, normal profit is equal to what? 4 lakh divided, multiply by 15 upon 100, you will get 60,000, right? सुपर प्रॉफिट क्या है? 90,000 जो दिया हुआ है एक्चुअल प्रॉफिट माइनस वॉट? नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट. 90,000 इज एक्चुअल प्रॉफिट, 60,000 आया वो नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट आया, दोनों को माइनस करेंगे तो 30,000 एक्स्ट्रा हम लोग ने अर्न किया है. सो गुडविल इज इक्वल टू सुपर प्रॉफिट मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 डिवाइडेड बाय नॉर्मल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. सो 30,000 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 डिवाइडेड बाय 15, you will get 2 lakh as the value of the goodwill bit. You have understood this example, right? If not, please tell me, I will explain you again. Let us go with the next slide. See, this is very important topic because sometimes whatever the sums I have done in the goodwill, which contain very simple sum, which is not without adjustment. Now these are all adjustments which will come in your goodwill also. So adjustment we have to deduct and we have to add it inside the profit. Now what are the adjustment we have to add it? These are given in this slide, and which are the adjustment we have to deduct it is given in the next slide. So let us go with this slide. Normal profit, business profit is calculated for every year as follows. See, whenever the profit is given, if some adjustments are given, so which thing we have to add it in that profit are given over here. Abnormal losses, whatever the losses are there, abnormal losses. For example, it can be what? Loss by fire, loss by theft, etc. See, whatever losses are there, हो सकता है तुम्हारे गुड्स की चोरी हो गई, हो सकता है फायर हो गया, फायर लग गया तो ख़राब हो गया, या हो सकता है बारिश आ गई और या तो कुछ डिस्ट्रक्शन हो गया, कैलमिटीज़ हो गई तो तुम्हारा गुड्स ख़राब हो गया, लॉस हो गया, बहुत सारा लॉस हो गया. तो दैट मीन्स दैट लॉस शुड बी एडेड, right? Loss on the sales of fixed asset, whatever the loss on the sales of fixed asset. See, every time you will not have you will not sell your goods, right? You will not sell your furniture or machinery. गुड्स तो हम बेचते ही हैं, लेकिन हम फर्नीचर या मशीनरी को हमेशा नहीं बेचते रहते. वो वंस इन द मून हम लोग उसको बेचते हैं, ठीक है। तो वो जब हम फिक्स एसेट बेचते हैं तो उसके अंदर कभी लॉस हो जाता है तो हम ऐड करते हैं, अगर प्रॉफिट होता है तो हम क्या करते हैं, माइनस करते हैं। वैसे ही एबनॉर्मल लॉस होता है वो ऐड करते हैं, एबनॉर्मल प्रॉफिट होता है वो क्या करते हैं, माइनस करते हैं, ठीक है। ना ओवर वैल्यूएशन ऑफ ओपनिंग स्टॉक और अंडर वैल्यूएशन ऑफ क्लोजिंग स्टॉक। ओवर वैल्यूएशन ऑफ ओपनिंग स्टॉक का मतलब होता है कि जो ओपनिंग स्टॉक है उसको ज़्यादा ओवर वैल्यूड कर दिए और क्लोजिंग स्टॉक को अंडर वैल्यूड कर दिया, दैट मीन्स हमें वो कम बता रहा है। सो कम बता रहा है लास्ट में, सिंस इट वुड हैव रिड्यूस द प्रॉफिट, इससे रिड्यूस हो जाता है प्रॉफिट और इससे क्या होता है कि वो profit is not proper at that time, so that means we have to add this, whatever the difference is there we have to add it, right? Now non recurring expenses, such expenses are not expected to in future, मतलब ऐसे expenses कभी कभी हो जाते हैं कि आगे वो एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं होता है, कभी इस तरह का कुछ हो जाता है कि हमें वो ऐसे एक्सपेंसेस करने पड़ते हैं। तो ये आगे ये नहीं सोच सकते कि हर महीने ये एक्सपेंस आएगा या हर साल ये एक्सपेंस आएगा। सो दैट्स वाई इट इज़ नोन एज अ नॉन रिकरिंग एक्सपेंसेस दैट शुड बी एडेड ओवर हियर। कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर सच एज चार्जेस एज रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर। कभी कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर का मतलब क्या होता है, परचेज अ मशीनरी, परचेज अ बिल्डिंग, परचेज अ फर्नीचर, दे ऑल आर कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, राइट। अगर वो भूल से परचेज एक्सपेंडिचर को हम लोग ने रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर में डाल दिया, उसको परचेज की बुक में डाल दिया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल परचेज अ मशीनरी, व्हेन आई एम परचेजिंग अ मशीनरी एंड रॉन्गली डेबिटेड टू परचेज अकाउंट, वो डेबिट कहाँ होता है, इसकी एंट्री भी होएगी परचेज ऑफ मशीनरी, मशीनरी अकाउंट डेबिट टू so and so vendor account, right, or cash account, whatever is there. But when we have debited to purchase account, we have written wrong entry that purchase account debit to cash account or the vendor account, so that means we have written wrong. So what we have to do, we have to add in the profit, right? So this all are the we have to add it, this all are the things we have to add, so to get the normal profit. This you have to learn it by heart. Now next kid, what we have to subtract it, let us do that in the next line. See, one by one we will do. Here it is given abnormal gain. Abnormal gain means profit on sales on fixed asset. ये जो है वो profit किया हुआ है fixed asset पे, right? ओवर वैल्यूएशन ऑफ द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक एंड अंडर वैल्यूएशन ऑफ द ओपनिंग स्टॉक, जो मैंने आपको आगे समझाया था नेक्स्ट प्रीवियस स्लाइड में, उसका ये ऑपोजिट है। नॉन करिंग इनकम सच एज इनकम आर नॉट एक्सपेक्टेड इन फ्यूचर, जो इनकम बार बार आती नहीं है, वो वंस इन अ ब्लू मून होता है, दैट इनकम इज नोन एज अ नॉन रिकरिंग इनकम, वो बार बार नहीं आती है। ओके, देन इनकम फ्रॉम नॉन ट्रेड इन्वेस्टमेंट, ओके, जो नॉन ट्रेड इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है वैसा इनकम इज नोन एज अ कैपिटल which is known as should be subtracted from it. बिजनेस एक्टिविटी को नहीं कहलाता है। फॉर पार्टनर्स रेम्यूनरेशन इफ़ इट इज़ नॉट डिडक्टेड, मतलब पार्टनर्स रेम्यूनरेशन कुछ देना होता है या सैलरी देनी होती है, तो अगर वो डिडक्ट नहीं किया होता, नहीं दिया होता, दैट वी हैव टू डिडक्ट इट। वैल्यू ऑफ द सर्विसेज टू बी पेड इन द फ्यूचर, वॉट एवर द वैल्यू ऑफ देयर सर्विसेज, पार्टनर की कोई भी सर्विस है वो अगर पे करनी बाकी है तो वो पे करनी इन द फ्यूचर, दैट शुड बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम द, understood? And the last one here, it is given any future expenses like insurance premium. See, insurance premium is for us only, insurance is for us, but when we are paying the premium, we are always paying it in the prepaid. हम लोग बहुत जल्दी पे कर देते हैं, एक साल के अंदर 5 साल का पहले ही पे कर देते हैं, ठीक है। So any future expenses like insurance premium, it should be deducted from this. So this is all about your what we have to subtract it when you have to find out the normal profit, right? So my dear kids, these two things, what we have to add, what you have to subtract, which you have to keep in mind, and please write down whatever slide I have made, that is your theory, and you have to write down in your classwork notebook, right kids, so that you can learn it properly. ठीक है बेटा, the next slide is, see, the thought for the goodwill. Just as cement binds together the bricks and the other building material into wall, similarly goodwill binds together or unites the other assets and aspects of the business into the cohesive whole. सी जैसे सीमेंट जो होता है ना, इसका बोलने का मतलब है जैसे सीमेंट होता है ना, वो एक पूरी वॉल बना देता है. कैसे? सीमेंट ब्रिक को और अदर मटेरियल को बाइंड करके वो पूरे एक वॉल बना देता है, ऐसा पूरा घर बना देता है. वैसे ही गुडविल जो होता है ना, वो सबको बाइंड करके रखता है, कस्टमर्स को बाइंड करके रखता है, हर एक चीज़ को बाइंड करके रखता है, एसेट्स को बाइंड करके रखता है, और वो पूरे वो क्रिएट करता है एक इमेज, जो बेस्ट इमेज होती है एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए. ठीक है. सो गुडविल प्लेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन द बिजनेस, right, and for the life of entrepreneur. So this is all about the theory portion of the goodwill. I hope you have understood the theory portion. Now with the next slide I will start your exercise.